here, but this is like the only section of fence I have left. And the reason why it took me so long to get here is because I realized my phone is, it was dead, like dead. What? I'm not talking to you. I figured it'd be good for Delilah to get outside of the house just a little bit while we sit and discuss this case a little bit. I might have to go in and get my glasses. I got a new tripod because while I was at Olivia, one of my little tiny tripod broke, which sucks because I love that tripod and I can't seem to find another one just like it. Hey Sheena, is that Rebecca? Rebecca, it's nice to see you. Busy Mama, Mickey, Shell. Hey guys. Oh, Seth, good morning. Well, good afternoon, but it's probably still morning for you. 11:30 for you, so it's still morning. It's afternoon. It's officially afternoon for me. I have been running. I had to drop the, hey guys, hey, hope is a beautiful thing. We got Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy, Misty, it's nice to see you. Don, hopefully the wind's not blowing up the speaker too much. I actually think it's cool. But anyways, one of the biggest problems I had with the other tripod, even though it's smaller, I like it because it fits in my purse. This one does not. It's like a foot, even collapsed, it's like a foot. But the base of it is so much more sturdy. Remember I used to complain about the base not being sturdy? Hey guys, do I see Pebbles in here? Hey Pebbles, it's nice to see you, my love. Hi guys. Sonia's in here. Stephanie, it's nice to see you, nerdy girl. Good morning, afternoon, wherever you may be. Mama Bear, it's nice to see you. Hey. Carol, it's nice to see you. But good morning, good afternoon to everybody. Can't hear good. Can't hear good. Huh. Oh, well, maybe it might have something to do with my volume. Can you hear better now? Hopefully you guys can hear better. It might be the wind. I might just put it down just a tad, maybe turn it this way. It's not that far away from my face, but I got wind out here. Hey Gypsy, it's nice to see you. Oh, Melanie, thank you. Big hearts, big hugs and kisses. Nice to see you guys. So you guys know that we've been kind of on a different case. Wind sounds you out. Really? Oh. Maybe turning it a little bit? Is that better? I wonder if we go, I hear you good? Okay, well we're gonna have a little bit here and a little bit there. Like I'm literally like right there, right? I think about a foot and a half away. There we go. I wonder if I should get my noise, but if I do that, then I won't be able to plug this up, and I need to charge the phone. My phone doesn't usually die. It's dying today. So yeah, it's awfully windy today, but I got good news. So I talked to somebody, and Black Beauty is going to be Black Beauty. I was wanting to, obviously save for a new car, but with all court stuff, all my money's kind of gone into attorneys along with the channel's money. So in order for us to continue to do what we're doing, and I obviously had to take some wants and must-haves off the table. And so I figured that I needed to figure out how to fix up Black Beauty. And one of the things is that the paint is just like literally peeling off in chunks. So tomorrow morning she is going into the body shop and she's going to have a paint job done to her to bring her back to life so I don't look so ghetto. She's starting to rust. Like she's like, the paint is starting, like it's starting to rust. I'm like, oh my God. And of course the hurricane didn't help because the spot on the like the hood, it was just peeling, but it wasn't rusting. Well, now it's starting to rust, and I'm like, I can't do this. It's stressing me out. The car problems, the house problems, all these different problems starting to stress me out. So I stopped by a paint shop today, actually a few of them, and one person gave me a steal of a deal. Now, I don't know what kind of paint job I want to get, but you know what, to be honest with you, I don't care, because in all fairness, as long as it brings her back to beauty, I don't care. It's $400. $400 if I drop it off tomorrow at 8 a.m. They said they'll have it ready for me by Sunday. I don't pay until I pick it up on Saturday. and she'll have a new paint job. So it's like, that's one thing left off my plate. I didn't want to do it. I just wanted to get an estimate, but it was going to be about an extra $200 if I didn't do it tomorrow. He literally gave me a steal of a deal to fix the spots on the car and blend it all in and stuff like that. And it was just, he was the cheapest. The last quote I got for that car, I just want to let you guys know, was over $2,000. I wasn't going to do it. You guys know I wasn't going to do it. I told you guys I wasn't going to do it. That's just too much. That car is not worth it to me. $400 to fix that stuff on it, that's doable for me. Sorry, not sorry. You know, I can't be riding around in a rust bucket. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what I'm planning on doing tomorrow. My neighbor's going to drop me off at the paint shop, and I'm just going to leave it there, and hopefully she looks 100% better than she does. I don't know what caused it. The only thing I can think of is that, you know, she stays outside in this Florida heat, and I think it just deteriorated the paint. And then when we were in Georgia, Dolly was on the roof of the car trying to get some images of what was going on over the fence with Leilani. So he was standing on the roof with his camera, and I think when he stepped, he must have cracked the, you know, whatever it is, because it was shortly after that, you know, within I think 6 to 9 months that the roof started peeling. So I think that's what actually happened. But either way, it's not anything. It's stressing me out. So I figured this is a small fix, you know, for the stress. And so I'm going to be doing that. I finally got my shovel and everything. I've got some work around the house. I've got to dig up the frickin' front yard and the drain field to put that clean out in. So that's going to be done, I don't know, in the next month. I finally got all my tools to do that. So we'll see how everything works out, you know. That's all we can do. Put one foot in front of the other. I've got a deadline on the 6th, so I'm going to be doing that. But anyways, that's not what this live's about. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of what's going on in Bullhorn Betty's world, because, you know, everybody thinks that it's just so that we've got no problems. We got nothing but problems, right? We just put one foot in front of the other and just get it done. Salt hard on paint. Yeah, and you know what I was thinking about that? Busy Mama, we've went all over the country in this car. Literally all over the country in the snow, sleet, ice. So I have to think that there is something to do with the salt on the roads that we've gone through, that maybe we didn't get, you know, whatever. And I don't live that far from the beach as well, so I'm sure there's a lot of salt in the air here that I just don't pay attention to. So what do you do, you know? What do you do? She needs to look at least decent. I can't, so she's getting a paint job. I think it'll be good, you know, it'll be a nice change for the vehicle, and it'll get her kind of incognito. It'll feel like a new car all over again, right? Instead of spending $40,000, we're just spending $400, like a drop in the bucket, right? What you're hearing behind me is there's my that's my shed. I still haven't unearthed it because I don't know how to. I don't know how to unearth it, you know, because the roof is caved in. It's very heavy. So I'm going to have to get some wood and brace that roof. I'm going to have to brace that roof so it doesn't fall down on me until I can figure out how to get it off this and off the sides, because that's tin. That shit will slice you wide open. And so I've got to get some special gloves to deal with it. You know, and then my lawnmower's in there. I've got my pressure cleaner, like everything's just fucked. Excuse my language, but that's. And then there's the fence. So we're still dealing with some, you know, I'm still dealing with a lot of the repercussions from the hurricane still. It's, you know, it's better. It's just not complete. And I've got so many things, like I wasn't supposed to go, but to North Carolina, but because of the production crew, they were insistent that I got there. You know, they didn't want to push it back another week. You know, that's all I needed, is them to push it back another week. And they didn't want to, so we had to make do with what we could. And the only way we could do that is for me to go over two flipping counties to get a rental, because I wasn't going to sit there and deal with the, you know, our airport airport, it's open, it's running, but we still had a lot of damage to the airport. So there's still certain things that are being fixed at the airport. I didn't want to deal with that. And it was either that or go to Tampa. And I hate flights. If I can drive, I prefer driving. I can bring my equipment. I can bring, you know, if I want to bring 15 billion bags with me or fill up the whole back end of the truck, I can, you know. I go to an airport, I end up spending like $250 for money for luggage, you know, and because of the weight. So it just kind of sucks. Hey, Sebastian's Army will never stop fighting for justice. No, we won't. Great segue, car guy. Because we're talking about Sebastian Rogers. He's a 15-year-old autistic boy that disappeared from his home inside Hendersonville, Tennessee, where allegedly he was with only his mother. But we have Silvers on the scene that has been doing investigative work since Sumner County likes to violate people's rights and try to act like they can't come into a county and can't move freely in America. They've turned into China, Sumner County. And so there are still a few people that say, screw Sumner County, we're going to do whatever the hell we damn well please. We're American citizens, and we have our rights, and those cannot be infringed upon our government. That means Sumner County as well. So they're gun-ho, while Sumner County is trying to keep me in the hot seat. I really don't care at this point. There's some things worth fighting for, and if that judge wants to throw me in jail over First Amendment freedom of speech, then by God, that's what he's going to have to do. I'm not going to be pleading. I'm not going to be standing down, and we are going to be talking about Sebastian Rogers. We're going to be talking about the POS parents that want to lie about every single thing related to this case, and that does not include Seth Rogers. Seth Rogers has been fighting right along everybody else through this nasty, vile crap that these two people that said that they were in charge of taking care of this boy have created. I'm not going to change my opinions or my commentary to appease a government body. Just ain't happening. Just ain't happening. And we have problems here. And I'm not going to sit here. Delilah, you're getting too... Excuse me, guys. Sorry, she was getting a little too far. Hi. Hi, my beautiful. Hey. Are you enjoying yourself today? Is our beautiful Delilah enjoying herself? There's the rest of the Hot Mess Express. So as you guys can see, I'm just kind of, I don't like being intimidated, and there are some things worth fighting for in this country, and my freedoms and our Constitution is one of those things, and I'm not going to let one small county, a speck on the frickin' map of the United States, where they want to not follow the law and make up their own law as they go. That's not fair to their citizens. It's not fair to the people that come to visit. I called around, I think between our team, we've called 28 different counties in Tennessee to find out what is needed for a protective order. And you know what? When we describe what we want to do, which is exactly what they did, not one county out of the 28 counties we called will allow you to put together a protective order the way they did. If that doesn't tell you about this particular county and the corruption in this county and the unfairness that they allow certain citizens above other citizens. So that's 28 counties in Tennessee that says that this type of PO and how this PO was handled is not allowed according to Tennessee law. 28 counties. Now, I'll go through the rest of them, the rest of the counties, but I just want you guys to know how much of the homework I've done. 28 counties so far. You cannot do these type of protective orders. Actually, you know what they told me? They told me that this sounds like defamation, and a protective order can't protect me from defamation. That's what they said. Not verbatim, but that was the summation of just about every single one of them. Basically telling me I'm screwed. Funny how that works, isn't it? Funny how that works, isn't it? So we've got an issue here because we've got a stepfather that's basically bragging that nobody's going to find his stepson. We've got a mother and a stepfather that have decided to pay more attention to social media content creators searching for their child than them actually getting off their fat asses to go out there and search for their son. They're disgusting human beings, in my opinion. Absolutely disgusting human beings. Throughout the course of this this process here, throughout the course of covering this case, we've spoke to a lot of people. We've read a lot of commentary through social media of people that have worked with at least the stepfather. And I've never received one positive piece of feedback from the stepfather out of all of the people that have worked with him. Nobody's ever came forward. Did you guys notice that? Still to this day, they've only had one lone friend that hadn't seen them, that didn't even know Chris, that didn't even know that they were married or anything like that. One lone friend that came forward and spoke on their behalf. One. Their entire life, they literally only had one person that hadn't seen them in forever come forward on their behalf. That's just sad. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Yeah, don't forget we do have our GoFundMe. Let me see if I can pin that. There we go. Our GoFundMe still going. We're 14%. I love the support. I really do. I thank everybody for that. It's moving. It's moving in the right direction, and it's all because of the great-hearted people out here that support and have watched what I have gone through, and I'm just so appreciative of it. So hopefully we get this stuff fixed up. But I just don't trust this state. I don't trust this county. I'm starting not to trust a damn freaking attorney out there. I'm trying to go as far away from this county as possible to find representation because I truly don't trust them. I don't trust any attorney, including the one I fired. So there is that. I just don't trust them. Aw, thank you, Phil. Keep it up. Thank you. God bless you. That's why I decided to come out here. I've just been, I just got everything unpacked. The house needs to be cleaned up, and I just didn't feel like being, in there when Delilah hasn't been out. Hey. I've got shattered glass all here because my table just got destroyed, and the entire glass just shattered into, it was tempered glass too, so it's not, it's not easy to pick up. It's all these little squares. Well, Delilah's attracted to them, and I get very nervous when she goes over there because I'm scared she doesn't know that it can hurt her, and I'm scared she's going to pick up one of those pieces of glass and swallow it. And there's not much I can do with it because it's bedded in the leaves, the grass, the dirt. It's just, let me show you guys. Hold on, let me see if I can do this on them. I feel so dehydrated. I'm actually drinking water in my coffee cup instead of coffee today. There it is. It's just all this, it's just little squares, and it just falls apart. Look at that. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's just a bunch of squares. Get out of here. Go. Get. So, get out of the glass. Get. So I think what I'm going to end up having to do is get a bag of dirt. That's the only thing I can think of, is get a bag of dirt and throw the dirt over it. Because it's going to be easier for me to throw a bag of dirt over it than it is going to be trying to clean it up. I'm not going to ever get that shit cleaned up out of that yard. Everything got destroyed. Everything. So, what do you do? So, sorry, it's starting to get a little too windy out here. I wonder if I should go. There's a place I can go that will block some of the wind. So what have you guys heard? Like, I want somebody to, if you guys, I know you guys don't have a whole lot. Hey, Tugs on Heartstrings. Mona, it's nice to see ya. I kind of watched Silver's on the scene, and he basically stated, now make sure I got this right. So when he went to the job site, I think he drove by the job site and somebody reached out to him or something, where he learned that the stepfather was, I'm trying to think here, use a shop vac at Sex Glass Up. Oh, gee, that's probably a good idea. I think I do have a shop vac somewhere. I hope it's not in that mess there. I'm never going to find the shop vac. That is just so depressing. So depressing. So what is it with Silver on the scenes? Now, I forgot, I listened to it, but I don't quite understand it. So he was at EZ RV Park when somebody came out and approached him. Is that my understanding? That he was at an RV park? What does it say? That's what I was talking about. Yeah, it was just wondering if everybody's opinion was about it. Sorry, at work can't respond right away. That's okay. If Delilah hurts herself, the vet's fees will be expensive if she isn't insured. Yeah, well, she's going to the vet tomorrow. I've got a vet appointment tomorrow at 2, but I might have to cancel it because I set the vet up, and then I went by there just to get an estimate for the, to be honest with you, I was expecting like a $1,500 estimate. I even told him right out the gate, I'm like, look, I'm just looking for an estimate so I can budget getting the car painted, so I could just start, saving some money and putting it to the side. And when he came back and said, this is what I'll do, like he even gave me more, it was closer to 500, and I'm like, well, and I told him about the vet and stuff like that. He goes, listen, I'll even knock I'll do it out the door 400 if you bring it in tomorrow by 8 o'clock. I'll have it to you back by Saturday. I'm like, yep, I'm going with that. So anyways, so Silver on the scenes met somebody. It was somebody that works with Chris, or somebody that works with the stepfather out at his job, or did work out at his job. I'm a little confused about it. If you guys have you guys ever met Precious? Oh, wrong way. There's Precious. You only get to see her butt end. Hold on, I'm twisting this all up. Sorry. There they are. There's the cat. There's Precious. That's the cat that Olivia used to call JLR, because JLR's seen this cat outside and it's like, do you have anything to eat? I'm like, no, I don't have anything for cats to eat. I don't own cats. So he's like, you don't have any tuna fish? So we're sitting here working. I think we were working on Kylan Schulte and Crystal Turner's case. And so he pops a can of frickin' tuna and takes it out there, and this cat eats. Well, after that, the cat never left the house. The cat keeps coming back every single, I quit feeding the cat. The cat belongs to the neighbor lady across the street. But every time I open this door, this cat is standing outside wanting to be loved. And so, and I feel bad, but they're very healthy animals because their mommy and daddy feed them very well. They don't need food from Bullhorn Betty. She just wants to come over and hang out with me. I'm cool with that, right? The reason why I had to quit feeding them is because it was just her. And then Boris comes, which is another orange cat, which so happens to be the same lady's cat that she lost like 4 years ago. And then all of a sudden she thought the cat died. And then all of a sudden the cat comes back like 4 years later. She has no idea where the cat was for 4 years. So now I have the 2 orange cats that come over here. And I'm like, okay, well, 2 cats, not, whatever. You're going to have to share your food. I'm looking at Precious. I'm like, oh, you're going to have to share now. And then next thing you know, you got a gray cat. And then the mean old looking tomcat started coming over here. And I'm like, okay, that guy scares me a little bit, And so I'm like, okay, now you're bringing a little too many friends over here. So we're gonna have to put a plug in this So I stopped feeding them just to get the other cats away. The other cats stopped coming over, but of course, Precious and Boris, they still come around and they love hanging out. And it was so funny. Precious was out. I was trying to potty train Delilah, and Delilah was all distracted. And this orange cat, I'm sitting there calling Delilah, and she takes her paw and puts it on Delilah's face and pushes Delilah's face toward me. Smart cat, smart cat. So let's get back to Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. What are we learning about from Silvers on the Scene? Now, I know I heard that before I had to go and start looking at Daniela's case, the last place that we left in, that we knew, that I personally knew about with Silvers on the Scene, is that the stepfather didn't get there until 6:30 to 6:45 the morning of the 26th. He corroborated that he didn't start work until 7, and that he was actually removed, which is what we had heard through some text messages or messages on Facebook, in a Facebook group or a few Facebook groups from, I believe the guy's name was Thomas. And Thomas was sounds like a boss, a manager, a superintendent, a foreman, somebody above the stepfather, and said he had to remove the stepfather because of his poor behavior. And they had no clue, and corroborated that nobody even knew that his stepson was missing. He kept all of that quiet, didn't tell a soul at work that his child, you remember he keeps calling him his son, his child was literally missing. And then we learned, when we listened to Jessica Danielle's collection of the radio conversations back and forth that morning, we learned that the call came in at 6:30. Well, if you go back to Nancy Grace, I believe it was March 18th, the description from these two people is that mom called him. He had a earpiece in, he was up in his crane when mom called him at 6 a.m., 6:03 a.m. to be exact. New information was that CP and KP were together the night Sebastian disappeared, and that Sebastian had bitten CP in a struggle, and Chris was not at work. He was at home with Kay. So that would be insane if those were really bite marks. Everybody kept saying those were bite marks, and I'm like, I don't know. And you know what I know from construction workers is that they typically wear long sleeves. So would he have been wearing long sleeves when he came home? We definitely saw some not so good marks up and down both sides, both arms, by the green shirt interview, and that was on 3/4, right? The first mainstream media interview with WSMV. Oh, by the way, WSMV, I have lost all respect for that news. Well, you guys know how I feel about news organizations anyways, and the corruption and how they really work for the politicians, and that you know, those people, you know, we work for the world and getting the real truth out to the world, while they work for politicians and law enforcement. We don't do that. We're not going to, you know, appease any government body to tell our audience the truth in the news. And here we go, without having any fact finding at all. It sounds like they work for and trying to, I don't like them. I don't like them. The only place that I've liked so far is 17, Fox 17 out there. That's with Caitlin. She's really good. She's really trying to find the truth. You know, I had such high hopes for Nick Barris, because he came out, it sounded like he was connecting the dots right along with us. Then he comes out with that breaking news of the video, and it seems like somebody got to him after that video broke. It seems like he did a complete about-face change, even though there was more evidence supporting the way he was feeling about the case. So it sounds like people are being threatened to be sued. I welcome lawsuits. Come down to Florida and sue Bullhorn Betty. I welcome lawsuits. I really could care less. I know Florida law like the back of my hand. I don't have problems here representing myself whatsoever. Never mind the fact that I know umpteen million attorneys here that the one I used to work for or work with or help. So I welcome anybody bringing lawsuits down here. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. But it sounds like people keep getting threatened with lawsuits by these yahoos. My thing is let them sue you. I mean, to be honest with you, they've got to be losing a shit ton of money right now trying to fight all these people to try to cover their butts, right? They've got a lot of problems here. Lots and lots of problems. Their stories doesn't make sense. A child's missing. You got the stepfathers bragging about how they're never going to find Sebastian. It is really painting a very, very uneasy picture. And then we've got the police chief, his detective, and a lone judge in Sumner County saying, you're not allowed to have your opinion in America. We can't let you talk about it. We can't let you say, oh, it has to be in vendetta. It has to be in vendetta because you use your brain cells and you connected the dots and you followed the leads, and it leads right back to that house and right back to those people, but you're not allowed to say it because if you do, we're Sumner County and we will arrest you. Okay, well, you arrested Bullhorn Betty. And I'm still talking about the fucking case. So you just wasted a shit ton of taxpayers' money for a whole bunch of nothing. I just want everybody out there that's a taxpayer in Sumner County to know how wasteful they are of your tax funds. They can't go and look for a 15-year-old boy, but they can surely pull Bullhorn Betty from the state of Florida and make her come back there umpteen million times so they can try to shut me up from the truth. But they can't go and arrest parents that have a history of abusing this boy before his disappearance. Oh, jeez. And a whole slew of lies. Must be a vendetta. Must be this vendetta. Couldn't be because we're following the truth. It's got to be a vendetta, right? It's got to be a vendetta. We have this horrible vendetta, and the vendetta is we seek the truth. So yeah, I'm seeking the truth, and if that's what this judge equates to a vendetta, is trying to find the truth and following the leads, then I guess I'm very vindictive. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? It shows you that what you need in a place like this to disappear a kid is just money. Money and developers in your family and in the Secret Service or whatever it is, the Department of Defense or whatever, wherever they have all these stupid people at in their family. That's all you need. Just money. Money. Like they're 4 votes. Like you're going to be losing a hell of a lot more 4 votes by supporting them because their child's missing. We have flashlights coming from behind their home, one flashlight going back to their home, and the next morning a child completely gone. But hey, he left his shoes behind, but he's autistic. And this is what's so funny is these people are so stupid. Law enforcement, at least top brass, are so stupid that they think an autistic boy has spontaneous spontaneity in him, right? That all of a sudden he's just going to wake up one day and just change the fact that he doesn't have autism anymore. His brain just changed overnight. He went to sleep and by midnight he awoke a few hours later and he was just a changed boy. His whole chemical makeup was all different. God must have put his hand on him and healed his autism. Healed his autism. And then all of a sudden he was able to think clearly and realize that, he needs to leave, but he doesn't want to take shoes or clothes or food or his Switch. None of that even matters to him anymore. A few hours before, it was all he could think about. But whatever happened, he went to bed and it's a miracle. It's a miracle because his autism disappeared so much so that he was able to walk out of the house and not be bothered by the grass anymore, not be bothered by the bugs, not be bothered by the dirt anymore. amazing. It's just amazing that all of a sudden, boom, he's a new 15-year-old boy. Sounds pretty stupid, doesn't it? Sounds pretty stupid. Oh, but we're not supposed to think. Remember, it's freaking communist Sumner County. So we're not allowed to have a free thought in our brain. We're not allowed to connect the dots. And good God, lets you drive on the roads, those public roads. They're not really public. They have curfews on them. They have restrictions on them. Never heard such a thing. But you know, you're going into communist Sumner County. So you're not allowed to be free in that county. Well, unless you lose kids and tell everybody they're never going to find them and start lying about everything, then you're okay. They love those types of residents. They love those types of visitors. They love those types of visitors. You know, the corrupt ones, the ones that don't mind doing illegal shit. So that's kind of where we are with this case. And wow. I did say that it is possible now that with this information, this corroborated information from Silver's on the scene, Terry Lynn's poker game. I did not believe it because I had gotten mixed information, even down to the Texas Roadhouse, because I did hear the stepfather was with him. But then I also heard from the neighbor that was 2 weeks prior, because it was his friend, this neighbor's friend, that served them. So I was really hazy on that. And there was a lot of people saying, no, it was that day. And I'm like, look, I got a neighbor that's telling me that no, it's not the next day, or the next weekend. It was that weekend. It wasn't 2 weekends prior to, it was that weekend. And so I'm like, well, I understand that's what you're saying, but I've got, you know, stand for the truth, keep up the great work. Thank you, feel the love. Nano, thank you, God bless you. And so I did understand that there was this rumor going about, but we did the best that we could to fact check it. And I even asked Terry Lynn, you know, months ago. I think when I first started talking to her was around middle of April. And I told her, is there any way you can go over there and corroborate that? And I can't remember if she said she couldn't, but I do remember the only thing she could corroborate for me was the fact that the stuff that Chris said, the stuff the stepfather said. The stepfather, one of the neighbors stated that they overheard this altercation, and it was kind of, you know, I kept it away from the public because it went to the integrity of the investigation, in my opinion. So I never talked about it, but it sounds like Tony has already released it to people, so I feel comfortable about talking about it now. But we learned back in April that the stepfather was screaming. He wishes Sebastian was no longer breathing. Not those words exactly. He said he wishes that he was DEAD. And that was, you know, you got that coupled with the DCF reports that we can't talk about, we can't see, we can't know. I mean, we know that they exist, but we don't know what's in them. Coupled with this child just miraculously disappearing. You know, I'm sorry, I don't need somebody telling me how to think. I can think very clearly. I do this every single day. I go through probably more cases than that Yahoo judge that wants to sit and judge me. It doesn't take rocket science to figure this out, but it does take evidence. But it doesn't mean we're wrong. We need to find Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. And I don't believe he's here. And the multiple times his stepfather has said, we will never find him, it makes me believe very, very inhumane things that may have happened to that boy. But hey, you know, we're not allowed to think. Communist Sumner County, we're not allowed to have an opinion, a theory, or move freely in their county that they get federal funds from. Don't worry, Sumner County, I'm gonna make sure those federal funds get a plug in them. Trust me, I'll be working around the clock to make sure the federal funds, since you guys don't wanna follow federal law, maybe it's time to start pulling some of the federal funds. The only thing that these counties understand is when they get lack of funds. When it starts hurting them in the pocketbook, then they're like, oh, whoa, you know, we probably shouldn't have done that. Probably shouldn't have done that. I know Marcia is spinning over the crap that's going on. I know that for a fact. This man needs to be stopped till he moves into. And oh, this is another thing I heard. Somebody sent me an email. Now, I don't know if this is true. I can't look into it, nor am I going to, because I don't want it to be perceived as you know, me going anywhere near them, talking to them or anything. I don't even want the hint of appearance of that. So I'm not looking into this, and I'm not going to ask anybody else to look into this. But I did get an email that I did have to delete that basically says they're moving. And they were asking me about it. I'm like, look, we heard about this in March. Remember that? We heard about this in March, and everybody says that we are lying. I don't know if it's true or not true, but I would not be the best source to find out one way or the other. So just to throw that out there to everybody in the chat, I am not the source for that information. I can tell you that. I don't know. I don't know. My suggestion would be, you know, maybe speak to another content creator that's more local. I don't know. But I know I've gotten several emails about that. I can't answer it. I'm not going to look into it until all of this shit is done. But once this shit is done, I'm telling you, they can drag this out as long as they want to. They can have me I'll move over to the freaking county and become a taxpayer if that's what they want. Doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever it takes to get some answers in this case. You know, I will. I'll rent this house out, and I can guarantee this is a Florida home. It may not be a whole bunch, but our prices here are a lot. And I own this puppy free and clear. So if I rent it out for $2,000 a month, guess what? I bet you I can get a nice place over there in Sumner County for rent a lot cheaper. Don't worry, Eric Craddock. I'll be voting for you in the next election. Watch me work. Not voting for you. I'll be casting my vote in Sumner County on the next election. That is going to be a plan. I am going to. They want me so bad in their community that they have to keep dragging me back from Florida to Tennessee. Well, fine. I might as well give them what they want. I'll find myself a rental. I'll change my address. Watch me work. Tell me I can't move freely. I'm about to be a taxpayer. I'm about to be in your county commission meetings. I'm about to be in your city hall meetings. You guys don't even have a clue. You guys see me? You guys see my beautiful face on an end of the phone? Don't worry, you'll see it in person there, Sumner County. I know how to get up. I know how to speak. I'm a great public speaker. Can't wait to start bringing my production crew in there to really hone in on the story there. Can't wait to be standing out in front of that courthouse. We'll do something. I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest stain on Sumner County that they have ever. They're gonna wish that they never tried to violate my rights by the time this is all said and done. I will tell you that. They can fight me tooth and nail. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I believe in the law, and I know they're violating it. Period. And if they did that to me, then how do we feel? How comfortable do we feel that they're going to do a good job for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers? I have lost all faith. I have lost all faith in them doing a good job for Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. I can tell you that his father lost all faith in them long before I did. I still held out hope until I saw what they were willing to do for these pieces of shit. And then when I realized it's all about the money and the vote, that's when I said, we got a swamp here. We got a swamp that needs to be cleaned. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should have to go through what I went through in that county. I broke no laws. Not one flippin' law. Yet we have four people lying under oath, filing false police reports, literally breaking the law. And they're allowing my abusers to continue to abuse me through a court and legal process. I want them to understand that. And you know what? I pray to God. I don't like saying this because I don't want this to be true. But the only way they learn the error of their ways is when it happens to somebody that they love. And I pray to God it wakes them up in that county. The judge's grandchildren, I pray to God his grandchild has to go through something I'm going through. Because my family has to watch me go through it, and he didn't give a shit about me. But see, they got power and privilege over there because he's a judge. Kind of like this Joshua Brown in Daniela Mendiola's case, right? Got a judge for an aunt, father, or other family members associated with the police, the local police department, and all of a sudden, he went from being an intoxicated driver to, oh, there's nothing to see over here. Nothing to see over here. I'd love to see that. And still in playing more drama instead of searching, Betty. So that's sad how you came in here. That's what you do everywhere, every time. Oh, really? I bring drama. Oh, so it's not the people following me stirring up the drama, constantly trying to say that I'm lying about every single thing. They're not the ones creating drama. So it's always me when I defend myself. I'm the drama creator. Well, why don't you tell them to quit putting me in a point where I have to constantly bring them into it or constantly have to defend myself when I'm telling the truth, while you jackasses sit at home and do nothing but stick a thumb up your ass, something in your nose, and something in your mouth. Right? Maybe, how about this? How about this? Autism. Why don't you actually get off your ass and go out there and post a flyer? You know, instead of being over here in my chat, you don't even like me. So why would you be here? Do you not understand that normal people don't do that, lady? Like, you're fucking nuts. You understand that? Hopefully I didn't misread that. Pretty soon. And still in playing more drama instead of searching. Betty, that's so sad. That's how you came in here too. Oh, I should say, I didn't misread it. It happens. Sorry, autism. Caught me on a rough day. Rough day without glasses. I got bifocals. I don't know if you guys can see those. Those are bifocals, but they don't work very well. I got to turn my head up to read. Forgive me. She's probably going to be like, I was trying to be nice. Oh, no, she wasn't trying to be nice. Okay, here, let me help you out there. There you go. You don't need to be in here. I'll talk. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but it says Bullhorn Betty channel. So I can talk about anything I damn well please. So I talk about me, I talk about the case, talk about Delilah. I don't want you here, you know? If you're gonna be nasty and a Debbie Downer, we don't want you over here. We're having a good time having a conversation. Why do you feel like you get to control me or what comes out of my mouth? Are you from communist China? Why don't you quit trying to control people? How about that? Why don't we start there? Why don't we start with your side of the street being cleaned up and quit trying to control what people do and say? Do you not realize every day you wake up in America? Because if you don't like this place called America, I'm happy to raise money to ship you wherever the fuck you want to go. Happy. We'll even send a whole crew over there to pack your ass up. You want to go to Beijing? Where would you like to go? I'm happy to. Oh, you can't comment. I blocked you. Sorry. Everything has thoroughly been checked. If there was a predator, Ellie would have come out. Yeah, no, there's none. No, I can tell you, I've got sources everywhere, which is what pisses me off about this county, because even in their own damn department, we got some sources, don't we? Because they can't keep crap to themselves. They're worried about me leaking shit when there's so many damn leaks coming out of Sumner County. It's like a faucet. And I can tell you right believes the same way we do. They just don't have the evidence or the proof yet. And that's exactly how I was told by the source I have in that very leaky department. Hopefully they do a full investigation, because they'll find out just how clever I am. In my opinion, I would never move to Tennessee. I think that's the worst freaking state in the whole entire United States. Because they're still backwoods. They still think they got this. They don't even realize they're in 2024, and social media is going to expose a lot of corruption in these small counties. The more we move in, the more we see, the more we expose. They can try to shut us up, but we have much higher courts than that little county. And there's only going to be so much that they can do before big people start stepping in and doing thorough investigations of everybody in that department and in that county, that whoever's associated with whoever. I can tell you that I am aware of a possible internal investigation already on the department that happened, I want to say, several months ago. So it's like they can do whatever the hell they want to. I really don't care. You guys can see, do I want to go to jail? Of course not. Will I go to jail? You're absolutely right. Because my freedom of speech is more important to me than anything. Our rights here as American citizens are very important, and I will not allow a stupid judge, a stupid sheriff, or a corrupt freaking detective take that away from me. They may be able to throw me in jail, but trust me, when I'm done, said and done with it, my voice is going to be more powerful than they could ever imagine. I will guarantee that. More powerful than it is right now. And when that day comes, I will utilize my voice and raise it. It bothers me that there's things like this going on in this country, but there's nobody better to put a spotlight on it than me. And trust me, whenever I go to jail, it's going to be big national news about me going to jail, and people will rise up and people will do the right thing. And at the end of the day, careful. At the end of the day, that's all I care about. That really is all I care about. What are you doing? Such a cute little, it's like such a cute little, look at this. Let me see if I can do this. Let me just take you out. I might not be able to get you back in. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm gonna have to pull this down just a little bit. Look at this. Got the kitty and the doggy. And they're just chilling. They're just chilling. They're just enjoying the nice afternoon out. She's chewing on a twig. Is that good? Is that tasty? She seems to be enjoying it. She seems to be enjoying it. Yeah. But somebody wants to talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Good. Let's talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. He was in a violent home. We have two parents that are lying about every fucking thing. Excuse my language. I want to say the F-bomb because it makes me feel good today. And we have a missing boy. Okay? I don't know if anybody knows, but 2 + 2 = 4. So usually when you have violence in the home perpetrated by mommy and daddy, and then you disappear, typically you disappear because of mommy and daddy. Okay? But in this case, it's mommy and stepdaddy. And that's where we're at right now. But good God, just let me say it, because I'm the only one that's willing to go to jail for this boy and go to jail for my First Amendment rights. That's one thing I can tell you. I am willing to go to jail for this boy and my First Amendment rights. I don't break the law. I follow the law to a T. And I called 28 counties along with a team of people, and we acted like victims. We did the whole I'm scared, terrified, and explained the situation, utilized the same language that was utilized for me. And you know what I was told? I can't do that. It's not an immediate threat. You can't do it for this. They explained it. 28 counties in Tennessee have told me that it is not legally proper for this protective order, and they cannot do it, but somehow Sumner County can. I just want to put that in perspective. If you don't believe me, please pick up the phone, start calling the counties, and start saying the same thing that are in those reports and see what they say when they ask questions like, where's this person located? How are they an immediate threat? Oh, because they're talking online. That's not an immediate threat. You could probably sue them civilly for harassment. Those are the suggestions that were provided by multiple different sheriff's departments. But somehow Sumner County, I bet you if you guys called down to Sumner County right now for a protective order, I bet you wouldn't even be able to get it because you don't have money and you don't have pool in that county. The only people that can do it this way are only 4. And it's because they got a corrupt detective, a corrupt sheriff, and a corrupt judge that doesn't follow the law. There's more corruption in this county than we know what to do with. So I'll be wearing extra white underwear when I go into court on the 20th with some extra white socks. So when they're ready to take me in, I'll be prepared to go in with my toothbrush and all. I do not want to go. I'm telling you guys right now, this is not where I'd like to be. But, you know, what do? You can either shut up and comply. Are you kidding me? I didn't even comply in my own county. As a matter of fact, I was up raising hell at the county commission meetings, making sure that nobody had to comply. And you know what? We were successful. I wish I could clone me, because I feel like if I could clone me, I'd be okay. But I think my group of people here are pretty stinking good. I think you guys rock. I think you guys, come here. Oh, somebody wants up. Oh, somebody wants up. I think she's ready to go in. I think she's tired. I think she's had enough fun today. She's my little baby. She's my little baby. Yeah, I think it's time for her. I think she's ready for a nap. Yeah. Unless trash truck broke down, KP Wall and Superman kidnapped Sebastian. Yeah. No crap. I don't understand how a person goes to jail for putting out missing flyers, because it's a freaking corrupt, you know, Justin. There was nothing, you know what I screamed, you know what the judge is pissed off about? Because I screamed in the phone after being stalked by Terry. And I screamed to my audience, and somehow me screaming to my audience was some type of threat to them. They can give me a break. That is a stretch and a half. Again, I don't trust this county. It's got to be pulled out of this county. It's got to go to a higher court. So that's why it's imperative that we raise this money so we can go to a higher court. You know, I have to be honest, I'm getting a little nervous with the fundraising, but I believe in this channel. I believe in everybody that's supporting me, and I believe we'll meet the goal. And I think that will, I just feel like once we get it away from this county, we'll be sitting a lot prettier. You know, that's just how I feel. Because the rest of the state can't be corrupt. They got to follow the law. They don't get to make up their own damn law. You know, like, oh, you were properly served. Oh, but we only gave you 48 hours to get here. Like, even that part of it, freaking, like, this judge should have done a better job. He was completely bought and paid for, in my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm going to be standing before him again, and I really don't care. They can show this, they can show that. I hope my attorney objects, but they can poison the judge's mind. I really don't care. I don't care anymore. What I care about is my rights, and my rights are being trampled on by a small little speck of a county. I think they all know what they did was wrong. And I think they're going to have to keep moving forward and keep trying to violate, keep making the situation 10 times worse, because they don't give a shit. They care about protecting these horrible parents that did something to their child, in my opinion, which I'm entitled to have. So let's talk about Sebastian Wayne Drake Rogers. Where is he? Right? It's been 8 months. Nobody has seen him. You guys know how I feel. This boy is not lost. 2 people, up to 4 people know exactly where this boy is. Or maybe he's spread out across multiple areas. I'm not sure. But I know somebody disappeared for 17 to 24 hours, and a lot can be done in 17 to 24 hours. I can guarantee you that. I have military for my family. I've heard some of their training. I've heard everything. From my uncle in the Navy to my cousin in the Army. So I don't really care if these idiots in Sumner County want to stick their head in the mud and say, oh, well, we got nothing to see over here. You can do that. That's not me. It's not me. We investigate this case. We followed the leads where they went, and they stick to high heaven. And you know what we found out throughout the whole entire process? Mommy and stepdaddy keep lying over and over and over and over and over again because they didn't think people would actually check. Well, people did, and people still are. Even while I'm sitting here in sunny Florida, people are out there in Tennessee right now fact-checking the crap out of some statements. And guess what? They're lies. More and more lies. You know how they're lying? Just like the hate channels. Their lips are moving. They got caught so much lying that they actually stopped coming online because every time they turned around, they were caught in another freaking lie. They are a disgrace to the military. I said the same thing. I said the same thing. My family's I am Team Summer. It's nice to see you, my love. It's nice to see you. Wind is rough on that mic. I know. We're gonna have to go in the house. But it's been nice. It's fresh air. I think it's the way I'm turning it, but it doesn't matter. I mean, that's guys, the sky is freaking gorgeous. Look at that. The sky is freaking gorgeous. It's a gorgeous day, you know? It's not very often we get outside, but it is awfully windy. It is awfully windy. Come on, get down, get down. You hit my thingy. Didn't want to hurt you. And I don't know how to get this tripod up. The last time I tried to lift this tripod up, it cut me. It cut my finger. I'm sorry. I don't know how to do it, huh? Oh, there we go. Yeah, see, I went to try to do the tripod because it was a brand new tripod, and it got me, and my freaking finger started bleeding. It started bleeding bad. I'm like, holy crap, that's a lot of blood. And I kept trying to suck on it, you know, like lick the blood off. And I'm like, because usually it just, you know, if it's just a little cut, it'll stop. It'll just bleed a little bit and it'll stop, but it wouldn't. Next thing you know, because it's right on the inside of the thing, it just kept getting blood on the other finger. And I'm just like, so I finally had to hunt and hunt because I never hurt myself. And I had to hunt and hunt and hunt for a Band-Aid. I did finally find a Band-Aid. So, all right, guys, I know the wind's kind of hard. We're going in. Good gracious. Quit pushing me. Delilah's ready to go inside. So we're going to go on inside. And I just want to tell you guys, hey, you know, we just got a lot of opinions. You know, we have our opinions about this case. And nothing's going to change our opinions of this case until this boy is found. And found alive. And healthy. But like stepdaddy said, you ain't going to find him. You're never going to find him. I do believe justice. I believe justice will prevail. Thank you, nerdy girl. God bless you. Justin for all. I'll give you a call. I want to catch up with you. As soon as I'm done with this live, I'll give you a call. All right. I'm gonna call you in about 2 minutes. So be ready. Be ready, because I just wanted to touch base with you about something. Hopefully that's okay. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, I'll see you later. I'm going to talk to Justin, and hopefully we'll have a good live tonight. I'm hoping to bring on a special guest tomorrow. You guys are going to be really excited to know about the special guest. I don't want to talk about it just yet. I need to confirm everything. And hopefully tomorrow we'll have a special guest that I think you guys will enjoy hearing from. We'll see how everything goes, but be on the lookout for the thumbnail, exclusive interview thumbnail, and don't forget to sub up. If you guys haven't subbed up yet, I know we had a lot of technical difficulties last night on Chronicles of Olivia's new channel, falling through the cracks, and it really screwed up the algorithm because she did a live, she accidentally ended it like within like 43 seconds. Then she set up another live. It wasn't setting up correctly. She couldn't see herself, so she ended that live, or she deleted that live after it sent out notifications, and she finally got it on the third try. But by that time, it had already sent out all the notifications, so nobody was aware of the new link. Oh, jeez, Delilah, she just jumped up in my lap. Sorry, guys. We're gonna go in, honey. Okay, she's really being pushy right now. And so we did do that, and we had Daniela's dad on. And if you guys didn't have a chance to watch that interview, please go over to Falling Through the Cracks. If you can't find the link, go to my community tab and scroll down to where it says this is Chronicles of Olivia's newest channel, and then go in there. It was a really good interview with Daniel. I think you guys will be able to derive a lot of information from it, and the corruption with law enforcement, as well as the local news that it's covering up information. So he goes through all of that with the audience as we just kind of, pick his brain and learn a little more about his daughter. His daughter is gone. They know who ran her over. They're just wanting the person to be held accountable to the fullest extent of the law. They don't want revenge. They just want accountability, because their beautiful child was killed, and was killed because some idiot decided to get behind the wheel of a car under the influence of something and lost control of his car when he was going at a high rate of speed. And it was only a matter of time before this was the ending result because of his past behavior. So he goes through all of the information he's got. He goes through all of the evidence that they have. It's a very sad story. So if you guys haven't seen it, please go over there, support Olivia's new channel. Don't forget to sub her up. Don't forget to give her a thumbs up. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up too. Tonight we got two things going on. I haven't talked to the Real Me Too, but the Real Me Too, I want you up for about about a half hour tonight if you're available, which I know you will be. Because you're going to be you're either in the chat or whatever. But I wanted to get some different I know it's been at least a week since Leilani, but I want you to provide some, what's Olivia's new channel? Falling Through the Cracks. Does anybody have the link? Can somebody throw the link in here? It's in my community tab. You got to scroll down to where it says Olivia. In my community tab. If one of my mods can grab it and throw it. There it is. There it is. Sonia just dropped it. Justin. I know it's trick or treat. Oh, I forgot to tell everybody. Happy Halloween. Happy Halloweeny. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to talk about JLR like that. Sorry. It slips every now and again. Sorry, guys. But go over there. It was a really good interview. It's a really sad case. It's one that we want people to understand how special Daniela was, because in their community, because of the color of their skin, they're treated a lot different than everybody else. I would never believe this is going on in our country still. I mean, I really wouldn't. I never dealt with it here, All right, come on. Come on. Let's go. Delilah's being, oh, we're going in. We're going in. We're going in. Okay. Look at that. Hopefully one day it'll all be cleaned up back here and I can get my life and my house back together. All right. Let's go. Come on. What? You wanted to come in and now you're not wanting to come in? What's the deal? Okay, I'm going in. Oh my goodness. It's dark in here, y'all. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go, but just go over there, check out that interview. It was a very powerful interview, and I can tell you we were not expecting Daniel to break down, but he did. It's, again, just a sad story. I love you guys. God bless you. Thank you for all your love and support. You guys are what keeps me moving forward, especially in these lower times. We're going to continue to fight against what's been going on these streets and what has happened to me for the last 3 years because of these hate channels and what they've tried to do to me, my family, my reputation, and my life. I told you a long time ago, I believe that they were trying to push me over the edge to off myself, and I wasn't going to do it, obviously, but it just wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop. They were in everything, emails, coming over to my home, messing with my sister's work, messing with anybody and everybody we had something to do with, trying to ostracize me, trying to shrink me, trying to make me feel like I was not worth breathing air on this earth anymore. Nobody, and I mean nobody, should ever have to go through that. It's dangerous, it's disgusting, it's evil, and it's bullying at its core. And we need to stop it on these platforms. And it's up to each and every one of you. I'm only one person. You guys are what support and can stop these things by not supporting it. So my only thing is we've got many people monitoring all these channels as is. We don't need the audience. The great news is you don't have to watch. You don't have to listen. And you don't have to engage with these people ever again, because we've got it all under control. And that's something that you guys can at least have some peace of mind and know that you don't have to subject yourself, your mentality, or your, you can still be happy. You don't have to get bitter or angry or subject yourself or lower yourself to their level anymore. Just stay away from them. We've got it all covered. We've got everybody that needs to be monitoring what they need to be monitoring and pulling what they need to be pulling for these multiple lawsuits that we're going to be going through. So just enjoy YouTube again. That's what my message is. Enjoy YouTube again and stay away from the toxic channels. God bless you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you later this evening. I think we're going to go live. Oh, Justin, if you can, I know you go live in the afternoon. I'd like to go live at like 8, but I don't want to interfere with your live. So I don't know if there's, if maybe, you know, I just wanted to give you my schedule, maybe because I know you have a lot of good information and I'd like to be in your live. But again, do whatever. But I just, we'll be doing a live tonight at 8. And then tomorrow night at 8 will be the interview. So if you guys would like, please come over here and hang out with us. And we'll see you then. So bye.